Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. We can see a lot of people who have joined us today, this special webinar, and we would like to thank each one of you for your time for joining in this special webinar. I know everybody is busy, and this is a time which is 5 o'clock, and everyone would be somewhere at work or in the office or somewhere. But you have taken out time to attend this special webinar to understand this opportunity with world's largest franchise solution company, Franchise India. So what we are going to discuss today is an opportunity which is with Franchise India. So Franchise India is the world's largest franchise solution company, and in this business, we are last 26 years dedicatedly working with one side with investors, because Franchise India is an investor-centric and franchise-focused company. So we work with investors who are looking forward to start their own business. So we are a specialist company, how to start your own business specialist. What we are talking about today is independent franchise consultant, IFC. Independent franchise consultant would mean specialist, how to start your own business. So in that regard, we are very closely hand in hand working with investors to guide them, because in such world, today's time, we can see there are some 60% investors who are first time business buyers. So when you are first time business buyer, so it is absolutely critical to understand which business is the right business for you, because there is a different market and different profile, different models. It's very, very tough to explore what is an opportunity where you should invest, because there are 60% people, as I said, who are coming from the job sector, who have never done business. Now they are looking forward to start a business, so it is very tough for them to understand business model, financial models, and again, there's some agreements also, a lot of documents also, which has to be checked before entering into any agreement. So that's what Franchise India is dedicated in this. As I said, we are investor-centric company. So we help investors to select a right opportunity for them. On the other side, we are also promoting and doing the promotions for all businesses which are at a startup level, mid-segment level, and also large corporates, to make them enter into different verticals, different markets via franchise route. So franchising is a fundraising company, Franchise India, which is a fundraising company. We help to raise funds from the market for our business companies who are working with us. So Franchise India, as I said, it's 26-year-old. Today, we have very, very strong network in 97 cities, and still a lot of areas, a lot of locations, a lot of regions, which we are exploring further, wherein we are looking forward for a right partner who are looking forward to start a consulting practice and becoming Franchise India partner as an IFC business associate. So this is what we are going to cover today. What is an IFC opportunity in detail, in length. Also, we will discuss what is franchising and how big is this? What is growth in franchising? How next 10, 15 years are looking like? What is the plan of Franchise India also in terms of expanding our business and looking forward for more IFC partners to join us. Franchise India is not only in India today present, so we are in 9 countries already, and we have a vision to enter into 20 countries, because G20 of franchising is the next vision, which is Franchise India has already set. We are very fortunate that we are not only having this IFC network in India, we have also entered in UAE market. So we have a great person who is very professional, having 27 years in corporate world experience, who have joined us as an IFC partner and is working in UAE market. We also have already entered into Australia. We have an IFC partner in Australia as well. So likewise, we are already 9 countries. Now we are going to explore G20 of franchising. We also have 9 international events, which are proposed events for the next year, which we have already set a benchmark. The next year, we will be starting from January. We'll be having 9 international events wherein we present Indian companies we are taking from India also to go to different countries who are looking forward for expansions in other countries as well. Any country today, you will see there's a market set for the franchising, set for entering, which is for international markets, international companies. And we are also getting a lot of companies from different, globally, we are talking about globally, from UAE, from Singapore, from Italy, from UK. So they are looking forward for India as a market to enter. And Franchise India is going to be the only platform for them, which is helping them to enter in market. Now, India, such a huge country. If you have 10,000 business consultants, even though will not be able to service the country like India. So India is such a great nation. And franchising, it is $4.7 trillion industry worldwide. Now you can compare it with Indian economy, it is bigger than that. So that's what the opportunity in India is, wherein we can service well and we can reach out to locally all the investors, helping them, guiding them. That's why we are looking forward for more professionals to join us as independent franchise consultant, where Franchise India is helping them with all the training, all the investor database, businesses, brand database. We don't need your database. We don't need your leads. Franchise India have everything in place. And we will give you complete support. We'll give you complete understanding about this business. And day in, day out, also we work with each of our IFC partner to help them to guide them further. And that is why you can see there are a lot of team members on the panel. I'll also like to introduce, but the purpose of inviting all our team members on the panel who are on only the leadership level, wherein we can also discuss about how we are helping and supporting our existing IFC network to get the business done. I would first start with Mr. Shaktivel. Shaktivel is representing our Tamil Nadu and Kerala market. He is the branch head from Franchise India side at Chennai office. He is also having our office in Chennai, and he is representing our team at Chennai office, and also is having Kapil on panel today. Kapil is also in the same team, and they have a large team helping our independent franchise consultants in Tamil Nadu and the Kerala markets in day out businesses. We also have Rajveer. He has joined us from Mumbai. So he is taking care of all IFC partners who are only in Mumbai. So his job is only morning till evening to work with each IFC partner to help and guide how they can grow their businesses in that market. We also have Tasneem, and she is our branch head at Hyderabad office, and she is working with AP Telangana, all IFC partners, and also Bangalore location, wherein she is helping them. And we are doing a lot of events, and she is also making them understand how to do that, how to represent in an event also, and working day in, day out with all our IFC partners there. We have Varsha. She is taking care from the Pune location. We have our own office in Pune. She is based in Pune, but taking care of rest of Maharashtra also, all the IFC partners. And they are coming to our office, having meetings, inviting their guests, their investors, having a lot of meetings, joint meetings there in our office. We also have joined Monica. She is representing our Chandigarh office, and up north area, she takes care of. My name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director at Franchise India Corporate Office in Delhi. Delhi NCR, I have got my own team where we help Delhi NCR, which is our north belt, along with UP, Rajasthan, when we help all our IFC partners on daily meetings and helping them through these businesses. We also have today with us our chairman, sir, Mr. Gaurav Maria. He has also joined, and our managing director, Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, also she has also joined. That's what I was talking about, how serious we are about this webinar and how serious we are looking at right opportunity for right partners. So before I invite our managing director, I would like to invite our chairman, sir, Mr. Gaurav Maria, to welcome you all, and then to invite our managing director as well. Sir, thank you very much for joining in. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjay, and welcome, friends, and welcome to this very, very important webinar. As Sanjay said, this is very important for us because we feel that the future of franchising and future of business broking is independent franchise consultants, which not only just bring their own great experience, but also bring a great amount of value in terms of their local knowledge and so on and so forth. So friends, this program is designed to invite independent consultants who work with Franchise India. Most of them actually work full-time and bring two very specific capabilities. One is their own domain experience, which they worked in different industries and so on and so forth. Second, the market understanding which they have. Say, for example, you join as a consultant from Bangalore. then you obviously understand the demographics of Bangalore, and you also bring in your knowledge about your own domain experience. What we will top it up is our years and years of experience. So, Franchise India is very proud that we are not only the largest company in India, but with our other brands, Prime Global, Franco. We are the world's largest franchise solution company. Fully integrated. There is no company like us, which I would let Sonia talk about it. We are a fully integrated franchise solution company. So friends, this is a very important webinar. This is partially you selecting us and we selecting you. So it can only happen if we ask each other right questions. So you can ask as many questions you want to do. There is a below Q&A box. Just click that, ask your question. You want to understand a business model. You want to understand about franchise industry. You want to understand how it works. Would you qualify to become a consultant or no? Any question which comes to your mind, please ask. And we have a big panel. We'll pick up your question and we will be able to give at our best ability the answer. So friends, this is the industry, obviously very fairly large industry, and we've suddenly reached a point. Not only just we have built a very large size to the business, but our economy has also performed remarkably well. So we have a very interesting times. One side, franchising, we have become the world's largest consulting firm and also operate in the second largest marketplace. On the other side, our economy has exceptionally performed and continue to perform in the next 15 years. 15, 20 years or even more. So the combination of these two creates a phenomenal opportunity. I always say when people look at any business model, first see what you are getting into and is this opportunity going to last and grow for the next 15, 20 years? That is not my worry. My worry is the fitment of that person who would join us as a consultant. Would that person fit in to what we do and has the same belief system we have, would have the same passion like we have? So let's begin this webinar. I'll give you the flow of the webinar. The first flow is Sonia will take you through the journey of Franchise India. Sonia, just to introduce about her, she's has contributed in Franchise India and franchise industry over 2 decades, and also somebody who started the franchise brokering part of the business, which was very complex. There are not many examples in the world which run brokerage. Like I'm sitting in Australia today. I met a very dear friend of mine who's actually very senior in franchising. And so they run 12 people company and they are one of the top bones in Australia. 12 people who sell franchise. In India, we are a 1,200 people company and we sell franchise more than anybody else in the world. So this is not some easy. So she'll talk about how this capability was built, how Franchise India is built, what have been the challenges, what have been the strength areas, and what we want to do as a vision going forward. So over to you, Sonia. And then subsequently, once Sonia does her part, I'll jump in and say, what is this program called Independent Franchise Consultant? In short term, we call IFC. What is this program all about? And how this can make great financial return for you and also more rewarding as a profession for you. So over to you, Sonia, for your part of the webinar.
Thank you, friends. And again, a very good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining in. And friends, we'll request you to ask questions. Some of you have been raising hands. We'll be happy to pick any questions that you put in the Q&A box. At the same time, in order to engage you, we'll also put some questions which I'll request you all answer very, very proactively. So before we go into the flow of presentation, we want to set a perspective on what Franchise India is all about. We'll talk about the opportunity at large and also how you can partner. I think somebody wrote, is this something free? I think anything which is valuable in this world never comes free, right? So whether you are a right fitment, what it takes to become a partner, all that is something we would cover today. And if you qualify, we'll be happy to speak to you and see how our synergies match to take this relationship further. So if you see, friends, on this webinar, we have our leaderships who have joined across the country. We have the management of Franchise India who's come on the webinar. And we do that every time we do the webinar because channel forms a very important and a very crucial part of our business and takes a time share, which is a very large time share of the leadership and the management. So it is important that we spend sufficient time to explain who we are and who we want to select as our channel partners. So I start with giving you a background on Franchise India, what the opportunity that we're talking about, how big the industry is, and what are the opportunities the industry actually offers. and why we need a channel partner, how one can even qualify, how you get selected. So all that is something that becomes a part of our presentation today. So the next 45 odd minutes, I'll request all of you to stay connected with us. So friends, Franchise India is a 26-year-old enterprise, which at the group level is a fully integrated franchise solution company. And very humbly, I say we are also the largest franchise development and distribution company, not only in India, but across the world. So we're the largest franchise development distribution company across the world. And over the years, and it did not come easy, right? So we've been in the business for more than 2.5 decades, but it did not come easy to us. Over these years, we have worked and we have invested a lot of our time. There's a lot of money which has gone behind building our own brand equity, a lot of learning, our own experience, our share of success, failure, all has gone behind to build and, evolve our capabilities at the group level so that we are able to bring value to the entire franchise community that we serve. The only one big vision we had when we started our company was this vision of, making India self-reliant through entrepreneurship. And this has been the core driver of our business. And this is something that we live, almost every stakeholder in our company lives this mission every day, right? So core driver of our business, and ensuring that opportunity to access entrepreneurship is not limited to a few, rather it should be accessible for everyone. And since we are actually committed to entrepreneurship, we work with large spectrum of businesses in India and also overseas, and also a very large spectrum of investor profiles who we work with to help them select a business. So we have positioned ourselves as an investor-centric and a franchise-focused company. And also we are a trusted advisor to, I would say, some of the leading and the most influential business houses and companies in the country. And a very big community of business buyers who in fact reach out to us and we take them, through the entire or handhold them through the entire journey of buying a business. So if we look at what we have done on this path, through these years, we have worked to create and also deepen, I would say, our return to the community that we have been serving. And we have been able to retain a 90% market share in these 2.5 decades, which was not very easy. And like I said, through the continuous investment in our brand equity, that became possible. So overall, there are 4 bigger services or offering, I would say, which we do through, the offerings are primarily 3, but we do it through our 4 different companies or platforms, so to say. Whereas our platform, which is I think rather that's a platform we started off in 1999, is the media platform. Second is our consulting arm or the consulting platform, where we work with companies to make them franchise ready. Third is where we our advisory as well as a brokerage firm, where we work with companies on one side and the investor community on the other side, where we handhold them through the journey of buying a business. And we also work with companies to help them expand their footprint through franchising, through dealership, distribution, through also market entries, where we work with international brands also to bring them to the Indian market. And lastly is our business, where we as a company also make investments in businesses in the form of a master franchisee ourselves. So close to 30 odd businesses where Franchise India has also made an investment, and we run as the brand owners or master franchisee of these companies in India. Some of the prominent companies which we have invested includes, or sectors I would say broadly includes skill development, it includes education, it includes services, F&B at large. So these are 4 broader categories that we have made our investment in. So starting with media, we run a big media house and run the biggest exhibition company in the country, do about 120 large exhibitions where companies come and exhibit with us. And all these exhibitions put together brings almost about, and also our .com, which is our website, Franchise India, all put together, they bring almost about 1 million, physical investor interface to us on an average. Now this the other side of our business is consulting side, where we have a big advisory company called FranCorp. Now, FranCorp again is a leading international firm which is based out of America. We are their partners for India. FranCorp is the largest franchise consulting company in the world, which comes with nearly 47 years of experience of working with some of the biggest name in the industry, whether you talk about brands like McDonald's, Hilton, KFC's, Hershey's. FranCorp in US has worked with all these companies. in franchising. And also in India, I would say we have worked with some of the leading enterprises, listed companies, blue chip companies, a lot of startups, unicorns, where we worked with them to create their business model and launch them successfully into franchising. And third part of our business, which is brokerage, we work with, again, brands across all industries. We take an exclusive mandate from these brands. And through the distribution that we have pan-India, about 97 cities is where Franchise India has distribution, and also about 9 global markets where we currently are present in. We take exclusive mandates from the companies to represent their opportunity and qualify and recruit franchise partners for them. So as a prime mover in the ecosystem of franchising, like I said, we build a strong equity with large community of business buyers, aspiring entrepreneurs, including you, and who engage through all these platforms put together, and they take advice before investing in an opportunity on one side. And on the other, there's a strong proposition that we offer to companies, franchise or brands, by offering them the entire 360-degree solutions, from making them franchise ready to expanding their footprint to national expansion to market entries. And nearly 480 plus market entries we have been able to execute in the last about 2 odd decades. So at Franchise India, we play an important role of being a catalyst in the ecosystem, and we have always felt our responsibility was to educate companies on sustainable franchising and sustainable growth, and also investors to take a responsible decision to buy a business. So I'll talk a bit on franchising, how big it is, and is it going to be relevant, and is it going to sustain in the times to come. So we'll talk about certain numbers, some statistics, and what the business has been so far. So, India, we all know and we read it, we experience it every day. India has a very strong fundamentals when it comes to our economy at large, and something which has been driving our economy for long and will continue to do so is the consumption story, right? So the domestic consumption in India is a very, very massive story. And franchising is directly proportionate to consumption. So when we look at franchising in the next 10 years will grow at about 10x. So whatever the number is today, I'll talk about the numbers also. In the next 10 odd years, the franchising would go 10x of that at a rate of about 25 odd %. And the reason is because it is a very big impact market. When I say it's a very big impact market, it is touching everything that is being consumed by us every day. Whether these consumption are coming from a service environment or from a product environment, all that is broadly coming from companies which are coming from a branded environment, so to say. So when franchising cuts across every industry, and we all would agree that we have seen successful companies in all segments, be it F&B, be it service, be it even your hyperlocal services that you consume, your quick commerce services that you consume through companies like Blinkit and Zepto, all that is coming through a franchise business. Now, globally, it is a big industry, which is about $4.8 trillion and bigger than the country's GDP, India. And we are today the second largest franchise market in the world after America. And the size of our business when it comes to franchising in India is almost about 180 billion. And the majority of this growth is attributed to people who are getting into franchising for the very first time. Maybe 20 years back, this number was not very big. We had only 10-15% people who were getting into franchising who would never do business in the past. But today, this community is constituting rather the largest component, right? So out of every 100 businesses which are sold by us, 60 are taken by people who have never done franchising or have never done business in their life. And then if you look at the startup ecosystem, also 25% of the startups which are initiated, they start their expansion through franchising. So you can understand how big the ecosystem of startups in the countries, and 25% of those startups, they start their expansion via franchising. When it comes to also the contribution,
and also, just to add, we're staying on the subject because a very important point Sonia is raising. Why India would become the most attractive franchise market in the world. I'll give you an example. I'm sitting in Australia today. While in Australia also 30% of people who are buying franchise are people from India or subcontinent, which means that because we are a great shopkeeper, nation. So we like working hard. We run and operate our businesses. 30% of all franchise sold in Australia is actually being sold to Indian subcontinent country, and this number is even larger in US. It is very, very high in the Middle East. Middle East, about 70% of these are bought by. So we're dominating global franchising market, and now you have to understand why. Because if you really see, there are three big impacts which are happening. One, look at India. Aspiration of average Indian has grown that they want to earn good monies, right? But are we creating jobs in the smaller cities of India? So if you are living in Hubli and want to make 1 lakh rupee, if you are in Bhatinda, you want to make 1 lakh rupee. Even in a cities like Siliguri, you want to make 1 lakh rupee. Is there a job? Answer is no. So which means that you are very clear that you have to start your own business. Now, when you want to start your own business, you have two choices. One, you start your own business, by your own brand, by your own know-how. As soon as that, 60% of people have never done business. Because they have never done business, they're shying away to do their own startup. Because you don't have experience. So all of these people would go and start a franchise. Right? So it's better off to be a franchisee for a business which is already there. So the second trigger which is happening is that because we don't create so much of employment in this country, and people are have already they have affordability owned businesses, this is growing. Now see the spectrum of businesses in India, which is the most exciting part of this country. In India, we sell at Franchise India as low as 1.5 lakh rupees investment business. We sell a tea shop, which is called, say, Tea Time, which was sold at 4.5 lakh rupees. You can become a tea shop owner. And you can have many examples. Every city now has these micro businesses which are available. Even owning a Uber or a Ola is a franchise opportunity. So you can be a driver, buy a car, maybe spend 2.5 lakh rupees of down payment and finance the balance 7.5 lakh rupees, and now you're a franchisee for Uber or Ola, and you can make decent money, right? So at that spectrum, micro business spectrum, to a 5-star deluxe hotel, where like I'm sitting in Melbourne today in a hotel called W, which is the 7-star kind of a property. From this to this spectrum, entire thing is franchised. So if I have to summarize this, one, we're creating a huge amount of entrepreneurial demand. Second, this entrepreneurial demand is very insecure. They are preferring franchise over a startup. Third, this spectrum is so big that we are like typically in if US, I would do this as a entry level businesses, which was $40,000-$50,000 businesses, and go up to multi-million-dollar businesses. But India, we can even start at the lower level and further lower level, and the micro demand is so high that we are going to create a phenomenal amount of opportunity in the market. So on one side, we do the Mother India or Mother dairy franchise or a Amul franchise, which is a small dairy franchise. On the other side of the spectrum, we do the most fanciest restaurants which are possible. Similarly, we do a collection center franchise, which is the small collection center franchise for a Dr. Lal or a Metropolis or likes of them, which you can start in maybe 1 lakh rupee, to a super specialty hospital, which can be 700 crore investment, right? So this whole spectrum gives us a phenomenal amount of opportunity, and almost all areas and consumption categories are on double-digit growth. You pick up anything in India has a double-digit growth. Even the mature industries, like, I mean, we just finished, and Sanjay finished a call with a paint brand. Even a paint, which is like a staple, been going on for many years. If you go and Google and say, what is the paint growth in India? Because housing is growing and new houses are developing and such an infrastructure push is going on. Paint is growing, cement is growing, TMT is growing, and so everything is growing. So you cannot go wrong in this market when it comes to entrepreneurial journey. But how you select the right opportunity, how you build the capability, how you finance that opportunity, that all is going to measure how successful you're going to be. And that's where we come in, right? So we marry a right opportunity with the right entrepreneur, help them and mentor them to forecast what the business is, and then help them to even finance their opportunity. So sorry, Sonia, I just wanted to put a point. You can carry on.
I think we have covered the points which I, in fact, was highlighting. So there's formalization of consumption, which is happening. You all would understand today everything that we are consuming, be it the schools our children are going, the fashion that we are wearing, even the services of a salon or a spa that are being consumed from a preschool, everything is coming from a very formalized environment around us. So formalization of consumption is becoming very, very big. And if you look at, how this has become even larger, maybe 20 years back, the environment around us was not very organized, right? So it was very unorganized, and largely our consumption was not very, very branded. Today, even the consciousness of a brand and the demand for a branded product has become much, much bigger than what it was 20 years back. The other point, which is also equally important, if you look at India as an economy, and also globally, if you look at economies, a bigger share of our economy comes from service as an industry. In India, too, about 52% of our GDP is contributed by service industry. And service sector is dominated by franchise businesses. And since the top consumption categories come from service-centric businesses, franchising stands a fair chance of, becoming even bigger than what it is today. And third thing we talked about, franchising and entrepreneurship are also related, because India has a very strong legacy of entrepreneurship and very, very inherent, and substantial entrepreneurial population. You would have every home. I'm sure you all are here. We have a lot of people who have joined in today. And we do almost about 2 to 3 webinars every day representing opportunities. On an average, we have at least 300 to 400 people unique who join every day digitally, on these webinars. So the demand, the aspiration is very, very big in a country like India, where almost every home would have somebody who wants to start a business at some point in time, of their life. And especially a lot of youngsters today, I meet a lot of people who even join us, they come with an aspiration of becoming an entrepreneur at some point of time in their life. And so, friends, this is what I wanted to share. And also job opportunities was another thing. If you look at the franchising ecosystem and the startup ecosystem, today, a larger number of startups are also coming from 49% of these startups today come from tier 2, tier 3 cities, because the job opportunities are not great, right? So either you have your own startup, that's one way of looking at an opportunity, or you take something which is tried and tested, that's where franchising actually comes in. So what we have done is we have created a very strong ecosystem. We know how this ecosystem works, the community that responds to us, and this opportunity is only going to expand and become bigger. So how do we, make it more purposeful? How can we expand? How can we have a meaningful partnership? Is when we thought of devising maybe a business model where we bring in partners who become our extended distribution hands in maybe regions and cities across India. And today also larger part of my cities, we're there in 97 cities, a larger part of our penetration or representation is done through our channel partners who are a very dominant and a very strong part of our overall business model. I'll request Var, if you want to take and maybe set a little perspective of the opportunity that we want to offer.
So what Sonia has explained, I'll go further on that. So broadly, we divide businesses into 3 parts. One is what I call the manufacturing centered businesses, right? And these businesses, you see, franchising has a very big impact. You might not look at it. Like, for example, the distillery, the water, is one of the basic needs today, right? And it's all franchised. So which means the micro plants are being set up and they would then circulate that. So manufacturing from a Parle OEM to a automobile OEM to another thing, while we call different names and shapes, but they're all franchise business. You work under a company, produce a particular product for that company. It can be a finished product or it can be a semi-finished product, but you work under the guidelines of the company and it becomes a manufacturing franchise. The second part of the business, which historically India has seen, is all the trading distribution businesses. Trading and distribution we call in India, but internationally it's called the distribution franchise business. So where you become a channel partner for a company, you can be channel partner for on one side a cement company called ACC or Ambuja or the likes of them, where you sell their franchise. Like we're just launching 2 big electronics brands. One is Daewoo, and then second one is also a large company, where we are creating distributors. That's also a big franchise opportunity, which is a significant part of it. And third is a service-based franchises, service-based franchises, or even some cases a product-based franchise. You call a business format franchise, where you render service. It can be retail service or it can be service-based businesses. There, the growth is impossible, right? For example, we just finished a project for a company called Zepto. So they are quick commerce company, right? So we do franchise stores, and these stores then fulfill in 10 minutes or 12 minutes to your homes. So direct to consumer has become a phenomenal opportunity. Somebody wrote that what is the AI going to do? Any kind of technology does two things. One, it makes business idiot proof, which works for franchising. Second, it brings a scale. Like the biggest thing which is going to happen to food is food automation. So you will go to a idli store where nobody would cook with idli. Machines would do it. And you will be delivered the same fresh idli process, which is on order to be automated. So franchising actually encourages that. We encourage businesses, more technology comes in, more it creates these two things. One, we make the business model idiot proof, and second, brings in a huge amount of scalability. Now, if we step back and try to answer 4 questions which are very important for you because you joined it. First, let's define how big is this opportunity. So the simple answer is, while I can give you by statistics and data points and also the percentage growth, but I'll give you an answer which is very simple. Every home has somebody who's aspirant to start a business. Now you can understand, and I'm not heard which size of society you're coming from. Even if you are running a street vendor business, your son has an aspiration to start something much better, right? And we see them all the time. The things are changing. People are becoming more aspirant, and they even at a micro franchise business level, they're aspirant to start something of their own. The whole be your own boss is a real story now. Every person who's been walking to his office every single day while going to his office and coming back to office thinks that one day I will own my own business. So it's become that real. It's so real. And if it brings the combination of a little bit of financing, easy financing in India, we will explode. This country would become the entrepreneurial capital of the world. We will be producing more entrepreneurs than you can think of. I mean, look at the data. Exactly 4 or 5 years back, we used to do about 75,000 new companies being registered. Last year, it was 300,000. 3 lakh companies were registered. This data would go to 5 lakh, and eventually it would go to million. So you see, what are we doing? We are just creating these new companies which have no background in that. I think a new company with these ROC data. So India, sheer demand and the opportunity size is humongous. And that's why we're super excited to bring in consultants who would work with us and help people start a business. So, but the question is, what do we do? And that is the second answer. Why the opportunity is big enough, everybody wants to buy a business, and why Franchise India? So Franchise India is the only platform in the country which does 3 things. One, help you start your own business. We are a start your own business specialist, which means that when you want to buy a business, you can come to any of our 90 plus cities offices, walk down, talk to a consultant and say, look, I'm interested in buying a business. I have 15 lakh rupees to invest. Can you suggest me what is the right industry? Where should I start? What business I can do? And also please guide me that I should not fail. I should get a business which is validated by you. Now, how serious it looks like. Ask yourself, you want to buy a property, right? Which you can physically measure. You can go and see 2-bedroom house, but you still use a broker. And India has 1 million brokers. If you cannot even buy a property without an advisor or broker, which you can tangibly see, right? You can see the house, you can visit the entire thing, you can have appreciation, you can compare the pricing. The last flat was sold at 7,000 rupees per square feet. This can be around that. So there are benchmarks. But when you're getting into business, there's no benchmark. And everything is fluid. How do you really, and that time you need a consultant even more. Right? Similarly, financial services. If I want to buy a stock for HDFC Bank, shares for HDFC Bank, I mean, why do I need a consultant? Right? I can go and just buy directly because HDFC, I know the price. It's managed by BSE or NSE. It's regulated. I know it's safeguarded. But when you're buying business, there are a lot of risk. You don't know. So if you have 1 million brokers selling property and 1 million brokers out there selling financial services, why would you not need a business broker who can help you start a business? So that's one compelling piece we do. Second, which I do for living, most of my time goes into second part. I meet emerging companies and help them scale. So if I find a business opportunity which is exciting, which has something very exciting about it, and I see them ability to scale, I like those businesses. So we've done 14,000 businesses which we have scaled. We've taken to the next level. And some of the biggest names today in household names in India and all been done by that. For example, take example of a company called Ferns and Petals, the largest flower retail company in India. It's a small idea, just a simple idea, and now become the largest gifting company. It's almost a $500 million valued business. They had a very modest start, while we also were starting up that time, but we believed in that business, and they believed in us and franchising, and they grew. Third part of the business, which is also equally exciting, is we also run a platform for people to sell their business. Ask yourself, if you run a business, anybody in your family runs a business, and if you want to sell, they don't want to even tell your nearest and dearest also, because they would exploit you. The vendors would exploit you, your team members would exploit you. You need a professional company like us and come and say, I've been running this business because my son doesn't want to run it. I want to sell the business. Can you value the business and tell me what it should be worth? People don't know their worth of the business. They know worth of their watch. They know worth of their car. They know worth of their house, but they don't know their business worth. We help them to know the worth of their business and then sell the business. So these are the three beautiful services which we do, which nobody has a competition. We don't have a competition. And there is a reason for it also. Why? Because it's not easy. It needs a huge amount of capability building. Everybody can do a stock market, but everybody doesn't become Motilal Oswal. You don't become an ICICI. You don't become a angel broking. You don't become a ILFS. So it takes capability to integrate a lot of services, a lot of capability in talent building, and more importantly, building portfolio. Today, we are very proud. We have about 1,000 brands which are exclusively mandated to us, from large multinational corporates to early stage businesses. When you become partner with us, you get this whole portfolio. And that's not end here, because you might get the portfolio, but then you say, where do I go? How do I find this investor who's looking at it? That is the core strength of Franchise India, because of our network, events, magazines, digital marketing, and every month 20 events, over 1,000 plus events. We have that ecosystem. So filter the leads, we qualify those leads for you. Our call center would call, our teams would call, and then those leads would be mapped to you. Like what we're going to happen now in this webinar. A lot of people have joined in. As this webinar would finish, this would be qualified by our teams, and our regional teams would get in touch with you. That's exactly what we do when you become a consultant. Every opportunity is qualified and then send it to you, and you run that business. Now, another point which becomes in, opportunity is great. India growth story is great. Franchise story is great. Franchise India's capability is great. But are you ready for it? Now, that's a very important question, because not everybody can become a consultant. Because it's so demanding. It's so very demanding that unless you love your job, you will never do it. Like my first meeting today in Melbourne, I was flying from Sydney, was at 9 o'clock. So which means I had to leave Sydney from 5 o'clock. So which means that I have to get up at 3 o'clock to be going to that. And I'm sitting with you doing the webinar. It's already 11 some time. And by the time I will go, it'll be 24 hours, right? So, and it's not that I'm in the stage where I have to do all this hard work for something else. It's just about what you love doing, right? And that's something which is not with everyone. Not everybody has that interest and peace to do it. So you need to ask yourself, are you really cut out to be a consultant? You really want to do this, what you're doing? You want to spend time with talking to people, understanding their problem issues. You understand where they're coming from, why they would really be working with you. And that's very important. And every client you meet is an education. Like the first meeting I had morning, while I'm a well-traveled man, so I've traveled many countries, many times, and in the last 26, 27 years, I've been always flying multiple, in a month, I do multiple countries. But in the morning, I had a founder who runs a very successful Vietnamese restaurant and 150 stores. And he wanted to meet me because he wants to enter some other markets which we do. In 1 hour, he enlightened me on that business model, right? So you know what you know, but you don't know what you don't know, right? So if you have that interest to really go out and understand and learn and do this and that thing, then it becomes very exciting for you. Otherwise, it's very transactional, right? That's why I remember when people used to ask Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, give me a tip. He says, I don't have to give you a tip. Either you know it or you don't know it.
if you know what is people going to consume, what is going to happen, what is going to be bought, then you don't need a tip. You will always be ready. You'll always be ready in the buy time and the sell time because you know subject well.
So consultants are great to invest their energy to learn the subject. I call there are 3 types of ROI in life. One is the return on investment, return on intelligence, and return on involvement. So our business is not the first one. If you want to do the first one, take a Hero Honda dealership, right? Because then you can get a return on investment. But our business is the second and third, return on intelligence. Invest into that learning. Everything is a learning. Sitting on an airport, it is a learning. You know what people are consuming, what are they carrying, how they're buying, right? So that tells you what is going to be the future, right? What people are going to consume in times to come. That's very important. And second is return on involvement. You need to be involved. It's end of the day, you're trading your man hours for business. If you don't put man hours, you don't get anything. So, friends, this question you need to answer yourself. I mean, are you really cut out to be a consultant? Are you having symptoms which you feel that you can become a great consultant? And then you need to talk to us. The final thing is the life of opportunity. Anything you do in life, how big is the life? I've been running this for 27 years. Franchise India has been also almost 26 years. And we are very clear that next 25 years, it's only growth. Right? So if you feel that you want to go into business, which is going to give you that horizon of life of opportunity, then this is right opportunity for you. So friends, before I pass it on to Sanjay and he runs a formal presentation, I will have one question for all of you, which I always ask in this webinar because it gives us understanding where you're coming from. So I'll give you 4 choices. Out of the 4 choices, you have to tell me which one fits with you and also share your city. The first choice is, if you're a professional, which means that you're doing a job somewhere, write P and tell your city. Just P. We know that you're in a job. If you're a business owner, if you're running a business, write B and tell your city. So we know that you're a business owner. And if you want to even tell us what business you do, even begin. And third, if you're a management consultant, which means you're a consultant, coach, leadership, any kind of leadership training, or largely L&D, which is learning and development, or any other consulting kind of work you've done, then tell us, write MC, which means management consultant, and write your city. And if you're in a career change, which means that you're now looking for a new career, you're done with whatever you're doing, and now you want to do a new career, write C. 4 choices: P for professional, B for business owners, MC for management consultant, and C for career change. Let's see who writes quickly on the Q&A box, because this also shows that you are engaging yourself. This is one of the qualifiers for us to know you. Let's see who's. So there's one question I'll take by the time people are writing. A lot of people have started already writing. Keep writing. Almost everybody should write. There were a lot of people on the group, and we feel that everybody should introduce. Some brands are directly involved in providing franchise. Some brands with working with onboarding. Will there be difference in franchise fees? This is a detailed question. Most of the companies which we work is exclusive, Arvindji. So we don't work on non-exclusive. In some cases, if we work non-exclusive, the fee doesn't change. We charge same fee, and and we are expensive because we raise money for a company. So when people tell me, "Oh, you are expensive," I say, "Yeah, I have to be expensive because I'm not an investment product. I'm not a expense product. I'm an investment product. If you give me 1,000, I'll return you 10,000. So it makes sense, right? So other products in the market are all expense products. Give them 1,000, you get nothing. So people want to indulge with us because they know we multiply that and take them to next level. So Sundar Ranaji, welcome. Faridabad is close to our place. Amar is a management consultant. Welcome, Amar. Sarabjit Singh, professional. Welcome. Abhijit Bhattacharji is a professional. Manish is from Gurgaon. C, very good time, C. C is an opportunity. Megha Sharma is a management consultant. Megha, we should talk because management consultants, people understand the business very well. Arshal is another MC. Sarabjit is from Jalandhar. We're very keen on Jalandhar because we get loads and loads. And look at Jalandhar. So very entrepreneurial city. So by nature, Jalandhar, Ludhiana are very entrepreneurial. No job.
So either kids have to think that I go to Canada or US or Australia or
other places.
And now they're not even enjoying.
Like in the morning when somebody picked me up, he was
Talking in Punjabi. So obviously I'm also from North India, so I understand Punjabi.
So I spoke to him.
And he 17 years back came from
Jalandhar itself
to Melbourne. And he was not enjoying. He said, sir, everything is staying now. We go to India. There's so much happening
in India. Why we came here?
This is just start. I can tell you in
5 to 7 years, India is going to see reverse migration.
Rather, I will step further. You'll see. Like yesterday night, I had a dinner with
one of our good friends.
So we were talking. We are franchise people.
We were talking. How's the employment? How's the HR doing? How's in that? He says, let me find out for you. So it's a fancy restaurant. And so he called one girl. He says, where are you from? She says, Italy.
And then he called the second one. She said,
Spain.
Then he called the third one. He said, Germany. In one restaurant. I said, what is going on? These Europeans
are working here. He says, they all come for short visas and they all work here because employment here is better than their own countries.
Same thing is going to happen. India would see the same thing. We will get people coming from
world over to work
in our country. Because our business, our
lifestyle, our economy, our
inflation, our living standards,
everything would change and people would prefer living and working in India.
So this all is going to multiply our economic performance.
And that's why when Mr. Modi says, our Honorable Prime Minister says we want to be 5 trillion or 7 trillion economy, he knows the mathematics, the architecture of this maths is coming up. And that's where India would become a powerful economy.
So Arun, welcome from
Bombay.
I still use written Mumbai, but I
still have this
Bombay word. It doesn't go away from me, but I never hardly say able to say
Mumbai.
Chennai I have adapted,
but
then Madras, but Bombay has not gone for me. So I just still stick to that. Subir Patra
is a C. There is Ravi Kumar, who is Chennai. And then we have Ravi Teja, who's B and C, which means in business he's going to change from Hyderabad.
Any I missed? You can also see teams. Yeah, there are more. Yeah. So Suhas Natu is from Pune. Is MC. Suhas, you should talk to Varsha in Pune.
Vijay is a professional. I don't know Vijay is from where. Mr.
Pakanasan is a management
consultant. Karan Arora is a PNC.
Mr. Patra is a C and very keen on Bhubaneswar. Very, very keen
on Bhubaneswar. We want to make this a big market. We just launched our coaching business in Odisha. Actually, he is also
my old partner, Patra family. So they started with us there. So great guy. So we started a coaching business there. And then we have
Vrinder Gaurav is from Kolhapur.
And then we have Venkat, professional. And there's Karan Arora
comes from Kapurthala.
So again, an interesting market, Kapurthala. Small market, but a lot of money from Kapurthala is invested in Tri-City. Surprisingly, if you see from Kapurthala,
a small city,
one of the largest real estate investment is coming from.
Because Kapurthala was also a mandi.
So these all cash businesses are going away. This whole traditional RP businesses are going away. So people are putting money in different businesses. And then we have Tapas from Chandigarh. And then Ravi Kumar, Ravi saw your message. And
we acknowledge Raviji, you're from Chennai, so we acknowledge, and he's a consultant.
One Mehul is a management consultant, and then Harsh is from Pune, and Bhupinder Sethi is from Ludhiana. So good profiles, very good profiles.
And very good cities, actually.
Because not every city we are looking at, and because we have major cities, we have a big presence. And we're looking for markets which we want to penetrate even more because the demand is very high.
Like Punjab, very entrepreneurial. People have money, they have agriculture money, they have property money, they have dairy, but they want to do something, right? They want to do something.
And that becomes very, very important. So friends,
assess yourself. Just don't jump into any opportunity because this is a very low cost opportunity. It's like a
investment is nothing. Right? And you can actually recover the money in a month, 2 months time. That's not a worry. Worry is that, is this
something which you want to do?
And most worry for me or our team is would we like to really spend time and energy on you to train you, build your capability, give all what we have earned over the years to you. And if it is for long term, it makes a lot of sense. But if it is just for somebody who's in a transition period, it makes no sense. I rather not do it. Right. So I would like to pass it on to Sanjay. It's already very late here with me, and Sanjay can have a further discussion, make a presentation, and then you talk to our cluster heads, see if this is something which you want to do. Amar is from Dubai. Dubai is a very successful partner already, Amar, and I'm expanding in Dubai. So I rather stay out of 10 days, 2 days in Dubai. So love to catch up with you also. I would be there very soon. But before that, let's have a chat and then we talk. Anything Sonia you want to add? Sonia, you want to add anything?
I like to say there's a fair representation. Yes, there's a fair representation that we have from across the country, and I'm happy to see so many, I don't know, prospective partners or aspiring entrepreneurs who have joined the webinar today. So glad to have you, all of us. Now we have very important slides which are coming by, which talks about what it takes for you to become a partner, and most important, how do you make money, when you become partner with Franchise India. So I'll request if you all stay back for the next 10 odd minutes, and we'll quickly run you through that. And this part would be led by Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, who's the Director and CEO of Franchise India Consultants.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you so much, sir, for joining in. It's around 11:30 right now in Australia. And thanks for your time to join and giving us a lot of insights about the industry. And we will take it up further, friends, with few slides. We can run full presentation once we have one-on-one discussion with you. Our team will reach out to each one of you because you have given us a lot of time today. We'll reach each one of you and give you a lot of insights about the franchising, and more slides we can talk about in terms of the opportunity. But there are a few slides which are very, very important. So next 10 minutes, please stay tuned with us. We'll give you understanding what we offer and what is the product line and how is your payout structure and how you can grow. That's very, very important that once you join us as an independent franchise consultant, and everybody is unique. Somebody is putting more time and what is there for you. Somebody is putting less time and how you can set your benchmark in terms of your earnings as well. So what we offer tablet. We call it as tablet. T stands for technology. So once we take you on board, when we have discussion, we mutually understand requirements, we select you, you select us, and then we will invite you for the training. We have a 3 days extensive training program in our corporate office. This month also, every month we have. So this month also we have 16th, 17th, 18th. Then we will have your CRM activated for you. So first thing, which is CRM, we will create a CRM for you so that all database which is coming to you in the CRM, and we will also create your Franchise India domain email address. Representative. So A stands for access to infrastructure. What we have, we are having a infrastructure. We have offices all across. So somebody was writing from Pune, somebody was writing from Mumbai. So somebody is writing from Chandigarh. We have offices across. So what we do is we offer you access to use this office all day also. You can come, you can have a station. Suppose somebody is from Faridabad. So we have office in Faridabad. It's our corporate office in Surajkund, behind the Taj Vivanta. So you can come to our office. Rather, we can have a meeting one-on-one, and we would love to have understanding in face-to-face with you. And then we can also provide you some space in our office, and you can come every day, use your boardrooms, and you can have all clients invite to our office, wherein we can jointly have a meetings and will help you to close that businesses also. So that's the infrastructure. That's where we have a lot of offices across, and you can come and use our office as well. So B stands for brands. Brand would mean opportunities. We have around 1,100 opportunities with us, which are exclusive with Franchise India, which includes a startup company, which includes some mid-segment and also top level companies, which are all premium companies like Reliance, Adani's, Tata, Bata. These are all with us. Not only Indian companies, domestic opportunities. We also have a lot of international companies, and each day that's what our chairman sir is in Australia, and he travels to all countries across. Why? Because we are getting new opportunities to Indian market, because they are looking forward for Indian market to expand. There is no other way. That's how we bring in those opportunities. And we have also invested in a lot of companies, a lot of opportunities to have master rights for India. And further, we are also exploring India. If I can give an example on that part, suppose we have Domino's Pizza and Pizza Hut earlier, which we got in India long back. But today we have got a lot of inquiries flowing in, and they are asking for such kind of brands which are premium in nature, and they are ready to invest 5 crore, 10 crore, but they are not offering franchise. They are not offering any partnership today. And what we will do with all these leads and inquiries? We also have now got Figaro's Pizza, which is a US-based company, which is in pizza. It's a pizza chain, multinational company. Now, we got them in India, but Indian market, nobody knows them because it is not in India till now. So it's been now 7 months we are working on this. We got a master rights for this. We are promoting further area developers for Indian markets in different locations. And then under the area developers, we are also creating a channel, which is our units. So would mean we have got already in Delhi NCR, it is in Kalkaji market. We have running store there. We have Hyderabad already running up. We have Mumbai, we have Punjab, we have other locations. Also, we have already have area developer with us. Now, under them, we are also now opening unit franchise like stores. So once it spreads across, then everybody would be knowing. The same case which has been happened with all these McDonald's and other subways and all those. When they enter India, nobody was knowing that. But once we created network, and that's how everybody would know about it. So likewise, we have got hundreds of opportunities which are international in India, which we are further having as brand list, which are around 1100. But otherwise, Franchise India have got more than 14,000 opportunities listed on our website. But we work only exclusive with brands, wherein we are exclusive partners for them to have more franchisees for them. So this is a complete brand list, which we are having completely access to all our IFC partners. But at the same time, you will not be having all these brands to promote. But what we do, when you come for meeting and training, when we have this training program, we'll build your brand portfolio. So we'll help you to guide you properly, which brand is rightly fitted for your experience and your market, and which can be taken further. So we create your brand portfolio. That's how you become the champion of. And today's time, we have very fortunate that a lot of brands, they choose the IFC partner, that I want to work with this IFC partner because he has understood that brand, he drives that brand, he does all the leads, and we don't have any territory barrier also. You can drive any brand in your location, in your territory, and other cities as well. We'll discuss more on this because this is a very, very huge list of brands which we have. But as far as the leads are concerned, now lead side, there is no limit to leads, but minimum 50 leads is guaranteed what we are giving to each IFC partner in the CRM every month. It's monthly. So we have written 200 rupees per lead, but it was before COVID. So we are not asking you to invest on any promotion, any of the lead generation, any marketing activity, none. There is no investment for any lead generation and marketing from our ISP partners. Everything is done by Franchise India. Events, we have full event calendar. We have around 20-25 events, which we do every month. So location region-wise, every month. Now, all our IFC partners are invited. They can come to the local city and they can go to other cities also to represent the brands. And investment is all done by Franchise India. We invite investors, we invite brands. We do the venue, which is 5-star hotels. We do all events in 5-star hotels, and all investment done by Franchise India. What is my IFC partner role and responsibility? That you come, your time is only which is needed. Your involvement, as we discussed, this business is return on involvement. If you are present, you are in that event, all business will go to you. And our team is also traveling and being there with you and helping you, and the business will come into your kitty. So these are all events which we do, and there are some bigger events, exhibitions also, like we have just done in November. We have done a very, very large show in Mumbai, Geo International Convention Center. So that was 2 days exhibition wherein more than 400 companies have displayed their business opportunity. And we have also invited our IFC partners. Around 50 IFC partners have traveled down from Chandigarh to other cities also, from Rajasthan to Delhi to any other partner. You can see the Chennai, Coimbatore, Hyderabad, they all traveled there. It was 19th and 20th of November. And 19th was also having the Indian cricket match, which was World Cup final also. So we have also organized everything for them. We booked the hotel for them. We have a get together them. We have also booked another hotel for them, wherein we have put a LED screen for cricket match. We have given them the Indian cricket jersey, which is cricket team jersey, which is Indian cricket team blue color jersey, which we have created for them. So it was all uniqueness. It was all to highlight, to celebrate together. In the daytime, we had event. Another day also we have event. We have done a lot of business there, and we have also celebrations. And this celebration is on. So we do 4 international contests which are there for IFC partners. Every quarter, we have an international contest for our partners. And there is a very simple qualification. And in our system, if you'll see, there are a lot of IFC partners in after just joining. Within the first month or second month also, they qualify the contest, which is international. It can be done in 1 month also, 2 months also. But what we need your involvement. Rest all support from our side. T for training. So training would mean, as I said, 3 days extensive training program, which we have created as a module. It is on our corporate office. So we invite our all onboarded IFC partners who would be attending this 3 days program, wherein all hotel also you are staying is on us. Your pick and drop, every facility is there for us. And this is the 3 days. After you attend this, so you are absolutely ready for the market. And then we give you brands, we give you all the lead structuring, events, and then further we help you to get this business also done. So what is our proposed structure for IFC module? So we have IFC Basic, which is at entry point, where every IFC partner joins us as a partner at IFC base level. Then there is an IFC Elite membership. Why Elite? Why IFC Pro? Why Master? Because what we feel is that there are a lot of partners who join us. Someone is working somewhere, have less time to provide, but someone is full time. Someone want to put more time. Someone want to have somebody with him to make it little more effective. You want to grow faster. You want to set your benchmark that I want to have earning up this level. So what you do, we have something for you. So we have a growth ladder wherein when you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue, it can be in second month, it can be in third month, or it can be in first month also, because then we have got large ticket size of opportunities which we sell, wherein Franchise India is getting revenue more than 15-20 lakh rupees also in just one brand or one entry. So you also qualify for IFC Elite. IFC Elite will give you a little more on the sharing that we will discuss in the second slide. And then once you hit 50 lakh rupees revenue or 30 deals, because as we are a transactional company, we are a brokerage company, advisory company, so we do deals. Deal would mean when we are inviting an investor, meeting a brand, and then once a deal is closed, investor is getting a franchise sign up, any brand through us, that becomes a deal. So if you have 15 deals, and it can be in 1 year also, if you hit 15 deals or 15 lakh rupees revenue, you will become IFC Elite. And if you hit 50 lakh rupees revenue or 30 lakh rupees, 30 deals, whichever is coming early, you become our IFC Pro member. Then we have Master also, which is a year, 2 year, 3 year. But if you are more focused and regular and you are involved, it can be achieved in 1 year also once you hit 1 crore rupees revenue. How it is going to impact and how it is going to change your payout structure? You become IFC 40% at IFC base level, which is a 40% sharing. That means all the business what you do, revenue which is coming to Franchise India, you are my 40% shareholder and we are 60% shareholder. While as all investments at this level is done by Franchise India. When you hit 15 lakh rupees revenue, you become 50% partner, and then accordingly 60% partner, and then 70% partner at master level. But we still continue giving you all the leads, all the brands, all the training, support, events, everything. It's all done by us. Not even a single penny investment at any level from your side for all this structure. And these are some products which we work. We largely work with two communities. I'll give you a little brief on this. And one side we have investors, and other side we have brands, businesses. What we do, we facilitate in between, and we get a right opportunity for each investor. We do a lot of meetings wherein brands which are onboarded with us, we have exclusive contract with all these brands, because this contract exclusive would mean all the franchise development would happen through Franchise India only. So what we do, we invite the investor because we are giving you the leads for that particular brand which you are driving, wherein you have understood, you have done training, and you know about it. You are giving some base level information to investor. If he is absolutely ready, you feel like is ready to go for having a meeting with the brand, we will invite a meeting and have a brand also in that meeting. It can be physical meeting locally, it can be on the Zoom also, and it can be on the one call away. It is always the meeting which is very, very important in our office as well. So once the brand is meeting the investor, brand is also giving a lot of insights. Any query which is coming from the investor side, we help in between, because brand is the right person, brand owner, brand representative, and we get all the information for that investor. So number one, number two, number three, maybe there are 4 or 5 meetings which are happening, but later on we close the deal. So once the deal is happening, we get brokerage business. We are getting brokerage from both sides, investor side also, brand side also. Now I'll give an investor understanding. If you see here, I stands for investor and B stands for brand. Investor acquisition would mean when we have investor we work with, we get him on board. So we take investor first on board, because investor has to register with us, because we don't work for free. We are all consultants in the company, me, you, everybody. We are all consultants. We are advisors, right? When we advise an investor, we don't work for free, because we don't know if we are giving him information about a month or so, or 15 days, 20 days, then after that, we should ensure that this investor is locked with me. That's why there's an investor registration fees, which is as low as 25,000 rupees to get registered with us, and they pay us registration fees. That becomes your investor acquisition fees in IA. So that's the first product, which is our revenue product, which is investor acquisition. So we work with investor, we take him on board. Once we service the investor, when we start servicing investor, we show him opportunities as per the requirement. Then there is a one closure. So when we do a deal closure, when we bring a franchise, any brand franchise for the investor, when they sign the LOI, would mean this investor is serviced by now from our side. So when we service, we charge him a service fees as well, which is as low as 50,000 rupees. Would mean up to 20 lakh rupees investment any investor does, we're charging him 25 plus 50, which is 75,000. So that's our fees. Franchise India fees is a brokerage. So 25 first, then 50,000 after the deal is closed. And accordingly, every brand which we sell, we also take a brokerage fee from the brand also, which becomes brand servicing fee, BS, brand servicing fees. And then we also have BD as a fourth product, which is brand onboarding, which is business development. Then we onboard a brand, because there are a lot of locally, a lot of references you can get, a lot of brands around, you can see they are also offering franchise, you get some prospect, you refer to us, we help you to understand the requirement, we understand what is there for that brand, which we have to make him ready for market. We have all services available, so your involvement is only to refer that brand to us. Everything does by us. So now, if you see first 3 products, you have 40% sharing, and in the last product, which is brand onboarding, you had 20% sharing. Now 20% will remain in all 4 segments, because all 4 formats you have to only refer, rest we will do. Now here in the first phase, which is IFC basic entry point, you get 40%, then you get 50%, then you get 60%, all 3 products, which are largely bigger products, the revenue products, then you get 70% also. If I can quote an example here, that we are giving you investor data. You work with investors and you have, suppose you have taken 10 investors on board in the first month, when we support you. It's not about you. You are getting complete training, and then we support you and we get 10 investors on board wherein we will register. So this becomes 25,000 to 10, it becomes 2.5 lakh rupees, and 2.5 lakh rupees is a revenue franchise India. Now, what is your share is 40%, would mean out of 2.5 lakh, your revenue is 40%, which is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh will go to you. Then you start servicing. Our team will also help support. When we start servicing, the same 10 investors will pay us 50,000 each, would mean 10 investors paying 50,000 each, 5 lakh. 5 lakh again, you get 40%, right? That becomes 2 lakh. And at the same time, any brand which you have sold to any investor, that brand will also pay us a brokerage fee. Now, from the brand side, brokerage fee is not fixed because there are low cost opportunities, there are unit franchise, master franchise. This brokerage fees from the brand is written in the agreement and the contract when we onboard a brand. So this is as a mutual, we understand it can be as low as 1 lakh, then 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5, it is 15, 20 lakh rupees and 30 lakh rupees also. In some cases, we get the brokerage. So if you talk about these 10 investors who have bought 10 franchise, it may take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, but it is sure shot deals for you when you lock the investor, when you onboard an investor. These are sure shot deals for us. But business will be booked in your name. But then later on, every month, we repeat the same, repeat all the investors to take on board. You can do 5, you can do 25, but it is all depending on you. There is no target and there is no compulsion on that. You can do yourself, how involved you are, and how you want to grow, how you want to keep your earning potential, and you want to set a benchmark. That's up to you. But when you get these 10 deals done, let's example, you get 2 lakh rupees from the brand side, which is as an average I'm talking about. All these 10 franchise which you have sold, it will get you 20 lakh rupees revenue to Franchise India. Your share is again 40%. So 40% would mean 20 lakh rupees, it is 8 lakh. So what you do, you have done 10 investors on board. After that, you have got 3 times businesses for the same. First IA, then IS, and then BS. It becomes somewhere around 11 lakh rupees, which is your earning out of these 10 investors, which is on board. So that can be repeated every month. And this process goes on, and this is how you work with a registered investor. Now, the question is the investor registration must? Answer is no. It can be in some cases wherein you have been given a brand, you have been given a lead for that brand, who have applied for that brand. You can directly go for investor to have a meeting with the brand, and you can go directly for the deal closure. In that case, if we discuss with brands, we discuss with investors, and investors do not pay us an investor registration fee in that case, but investor servicing, because we have investor servicing, because it's not compulsory that he will get that brand. We have to service him other brands also. We have to give him other opportunities also. But in some cases, after having that meeting with the specific brand, if that is not the final brand for them, we also offer them the registration, because we have to go for other opportunities also. We have to service the investor. It will take a month, 2 months, 3 months, and different opportunities also, which we have to explore. That's why we do further registration. So if we are going to close that brand, then we ask for the service fees from the investor also, then they will pay. And that can be up as per the investment what investor has done. So basic is 25,000 rupees up to 20 lakh. 20 lakh to 50 lakh, it goes up. 50 lakh to 1 crore, again, it goes up. So there are different brackets, which we will again make you understand in the training program and how we take. So we take somewhere around 4 lakh also, the investor registration fees in some cases wherein investment is bigger than 1 crore of rupees. That's also we do. And as per the leads are concerned, 50 leads are guaranteed in the first phase. Then it goes up, and lead is not a concern. No understanding wherein we can give you that understanding about to pay for the any lead generation, promotion. Absolutely no. It's absolutely on Franchise India that we give you all the leads throughout. Agreement is for 3 years with each IFC partner. In this 3-year program, all investment is done by Franchise India. And from the CRM side, We'll create one CRM for you at the base level. And when you grow, we give you one more CRM ID so that your family member, your friend can be also part of your system, and how it is going to take you to become our partner. What's the process? Now, process is the workflow would be like tomorrow, and our teams will get in touch with each one of you, wherein we will have further understanding, discussion. Then there will be a 10-minute introduction call with us at the management level, wherein we will understand that, yes, if it is making sense, that we both are on the same page, you have understood the concept, you have understood the model, we will get into the partnership. When we are getting into the partnership, then there's a license fees, which is one time 4.5 lakh rupees plus GST, which we charge. That's a one-time franchise fees, which is a brand fee, it's a license fees, but one time. 3 year, we have to service all investments done by us. There is no investment from your side. Sorry. So rest, all the training will be done, and then you will be invited in the training program. As I said, if someone is really looking forward, please do attend the training program in the same month, which is on 16th, 17th, 18th. Then your business is immediately started. All events, you will come, you will attend our events also, and the business will be started in the first month. So this is a very, very low cost, which can be easily taken out in 2 months, 3 months time. Then rest of the 3 years, it is all free. After 3 years, we have a renewal process, which is completely the decision of the management of the company side. That's a policy. And somewhere we do not sign as a renewal. We do not do the renewals, but in larger cases, when you are growing, you are involved, we are absolutely there to welcome you for the renewals also. So that is it for today, but we have more to come in, wherein we can give you a little more understanding on one over. So that is very important, wherein if you are any city, you can discuss with our teams, our heads. They can invite you to our office, wherein you can sit and see our structure, meet our any IFC you want, you want to talk to any of our IC partner which is existing, because we have a very, very transparent system wherein you can reach out and understand who is doing what. We are absolutely there for you. So till then, thank you so much for your time, for joining in today. And a big thank you note from our team members also, because in the interest of time, it is actually, we have taken half an hour, 25 minutes extra today, but we will reach out to you soon and have one-on-one discussion. Till then, thank you very much. And thanks team members also for joining. Thank you.